Welcome in. You're listening to Locked On Now NHL, local experts weighing in on the biggest stories on the ice. I'm your host, Kanani Stevens. Thank you for making Locked On Now your first listen every single weekday. We've got our Locked On hosts here. They're recapping all of the playoff action from Sunday. The Panthers have their backs against the wall after another loss in our biggest game.
The biggest game.
The best record from the regular season in hockey now faces a 3-0 deficit after the Florida Panthers lost on the road to the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 3 on Sunday. Tampa held Florida to just one goal for the third straight time, and our Locked On Panthers host says it was more of the same as the defending champs now sit a game away from knocking off the President's Trophy winners.
Not a place that we expected the Florida Panthers to be after 3 games. What is up, guys? This is Armando Velez from the Locked On Florida Panthers podcast, and the Florida Panthers lose by a final score of 5-1 in their Sunday matinee game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now they're down 0-3. The issues with this Florida Panthers have remained the same. A lot of block shots by the Tampa Bay Lightning and shooting into lanes that aren't there, and the Tampa Bay Lightning limiting the transition opportunities for the Panthers. And the team that scored an average of 4 goals a game has just all of a sudden disappeared, and now they're averaging 1 per game in this one. Sure, their power play drought ended in Game 3, but the Florida Panthers couldn't do much outside of that. So the Tampa Bay Lightning, they have outplayed the Panthers. They've outcoached the Panthers. They've done everything just better than the Panthers. And even though 5-on-5 for the Florida Panthers was great in games 1 and 2, the 5-on-5 play for the Tampa Bay Lightning just outplayed the Panthers in Game 3. So the not converting on the power play has really put the Panthers in this hole that they're in, now down 0-3. But it's one game at a time for the Florida Panthers. They have a quick turnaround, and Game 4 is Monday night at Amalie Arena. We can't focus on the rest of the series yet. The Panthers have to win Game 4 on Monday night. So listen to my recap of this 5-1 loss against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Make sure to join me on the Locked On Florida Panthers podcast, as Alex Baumgartner of 5 Reasons Sports will be joining me on the show. Your first listen of the day.
The Carolina Hurricanes still lead the series after taking care of business at home, but also still haven't won away from home all playoffs. Locked On Hurricanes goes over another defeat on the road.
Hey there, Caniacs. Jared Ellis here, host of Locked On Hurricanes. And the Hurricanes dropped yet another road playoff game today against the New York Rangers. They have not won a road playoff game all postseason. Round 1 against Boston and now round 2 against New York. The Hurricanes, they've got to get this under control. The Hurricanes, while they did have some fire under them in this game, their power play was abysmal. And the Carolina Hurricanes have got to get something going in terms of their power play in order to win the next game, as well as win the series. Hopefully the Carolina Hurricanes can get it going in Game 4 on Tuesday, and you can expect a really chippy game due to some heightened emotions from Tony DeAngelo, Max Domi, as well as the New York Rangers as well. They're all going at it at the end of the game, so expect a chippy game on Tuesday, and let's hope the Carolina Hurricanes power play can get it done.
The Edmonton Oilers put 4 goals in the back of the net in the second period to take a 2-1 lead in their series with the Calgary Flames. Locked On Flames and Oilers review Game 3 in Edmonton.
The Edmonton Oilers take a 2-1 series lead after they win the first home playoff battle of Alberta in over 30 years. A 4-1 victory for the Oilers as all 4 goals come in the second period. A natural hat trick for Evander Kane. He is the 4th Oiler to have a playoff hat trick against the Calgary Flames. The other 3, Wayne Gretzky, Esa Tikkanen, and Mark Messier. Yeah, pretty impressive company if you ask me. Also involved in all 4 goals for the Edmonton Oilers are German superstar, with another German superstar in the building in Alphonso Davies. German superstar Leon Draisaitl. 4 assists for Leon as well. Connor McDavid with 3 assists on the night. He becomes the fastest player to 20 points in the playoffs since 1992. That guy who he just tied was Mario Lemieux. Yeah, pretty decent. Connor McDavid also becomes the first ever player to have 9 multi-point games in 10 games in the playoffs. Yeah, pretty decent. First ever player to do that. As well, Mike Smith, 31 saves for the former Flame, as he has really stepped up his game since game 1. Massive win for Mike Smith, massive win for the Oilers. They are right back at it on Tuesday at 7:30 local time in Edmonton.
What an ugly loss for the Calgary Flames. And are they exposing themselves as the fraudulent Flames? What's up, everyone? I'm Jess Palmaster from Locked On Flames, and it was an ugly 4-1 loss tonight for the Calgary Flames in Edmonton. I think that things are kicking up to really be the battle of Alberta now, especially with Milan Lucic running into Mike Smith the way that he did. Just an overall disappointing night for the Flames. I think that there are a lot of questions to be answered, and there's plenty more to be desired, as that was only game 3. So, what are they going to do about Trevor Lewis taking as many penalties as he's doing? Chris Tanev being out is such a huge problem for this team. And, there's just a lot. There's still time left, but we have to figure it out before that time runs out.
That's all for today on Locked On Now NHL. Thank you for making Locked On Now your first listen every single weekday. Make sure you check out Locked On NHL and your team's Locked On podcast, especially now during the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm Kanani Stevens. This has been Locked On Now.